Leowulei and Zhao Lusi'S wedding gathers both families, lavish gifts worth millions. The golden bells rang across the lush valleys of Hangzhou, where mist rolled gently over the lakes like silk unfurling under morning light. The world had waited for this day, a day that seemed too cinematic to be real. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update in the world of your favorite celebrities. Because today, China's beloved screen couple, Leowulei and Zhao Lusi, were no longer just co-stars. They were becoming husband and wife. The moment that stopped time. From the moment the first photograph leaked, the internet exploded. The groom, Leowulei, stood tall in a white embroidered Tang-inspired tuxedo, the design said to have taken 6 months to handcraft. His quiet smile, the same one that once melted millions of hearts on screen, now carried something deeper: peace. And Zhao Lusi. She walked down the aisle like a vision straight out of a dream. Her gown shimmered with 2.3 million crystal beads, each hand-sewn, catching the sunlight like tiny stars. The train flowed behind her for 12 feet, a masterpiece designed by Guopei, China's most celebrated couture artist. The guests rose to their feet, the orchestra swelled, and as she stepped closer, Leo's eyes began to glisten. The crowd later described that moment as watching a drama scene come alive. Only this time, the love was real. Both families united, an emotional reunion. For years, rumors had swirled about the differences between the two families, one rooted in military tradition, the other in art and culture. But today, those whispers dissolved into laughter, embraces, and tears. Zhao Lusi's mother was seen clasping Leo's hands, whispering softly, "Thank you for keeping her safe." Meanwhile, Leo's father, a stern, dignified man who rarely appears in public, smiled for the first time in front of cameras and said proudly, "My son has found the one who makes him stronger." It wasn't just a marriage of two people, it was the joining of two legacies. The guest list, star-studded beyond imagination. The wedding guest list read like a who's who of Chinese entertainment. Among the attendees, Yang, who gave a heartfelt speech, calling Leo his brother in arms and heart. Dilraba, radiant in a champagne silk dress, seen tearing up during the vows. Su Kai and Tan Songyun, arriving hand in hand, smiling warmly as they congratulated the couple. Even Xiao Zhan and Wang Yiba, rarely seen together, attended in quiet solidarity, a gesture that made headlines across social media for its symbolism of peace and unity within the industry. The wedding gifts, a display of royal grandeur. The gifts alone could have filled a palace. From the Wu family, a custom jade heirloom necklace, valued at nearly $1.5 million USD, said to have been passed down for 3 generations. From the Zhao family, a golden carriage-style sculpture of a phoenix and dragon intertwined, symbolizing balance and eternal love. From celebrity friends, Yang presented a rare Italian watch inscribed with "To time that never fades." Dilraba gifted a portrait she personally painted of Leo and Lusi in traditional attire. Su Kai reportedly sent a white gold bracelet engraved with the words, "Fame fades, but love remains." By the end of the evening, the total value of all gifts was estimated at over 20 million yuan, a figure that stunned even the most seasoned luxury reporters. The ceremony, a scene straight out of cinema. The ceremony itself was pure poetry. Set against a lake dotted with floating lanterns, guests sat beneath canopies of cherry blossoms imported from Kyoto. When Leo and Lusi exchanged vows, the world seemed to hold its breath. "You've been my light since the first day we met," Zhao Lusi said, her voice trembling. "When the cameras turned off, you were still there, not as Leo the star, but as the man who listened, who stayed, who believed." Leo's reply was simple, but it broke every heart in the audience. "You don't complete me, Lusi. You remind me of who I already am, and who I want to keep becoming with you." A soft wind swept across the water. Cherry petals drifted through the air. And when they kissed, the applause was thunderous. The reception, luxury and emotion. The reception took place in a glass pavilion overlooking the West Lake. Guests dined under crystal chandeliers, each adorned with floating candles. The dinner menu was curated by Michelin-starred chefs, a blend of traditional Sichuan comfort dishes in honor of Zhao Lusi'S roots and Cantonese fine dining, reflecting Leo's heritage. But the most touching part wasn't the food. It was the dance. As a surprise for Lucy, Leo had spent 2 months secretly practicing a waltz. When he took her hand and led her to the floor, she gasped, and the entire room fell silent as they moved in perfect rhythm. The cameras captured her laughing through tears, whispering, "I can't believe you learned this for me." Leo just smiled and replied softly, "For you, I'd learn the world." The world reacts. A new royal couple of China. Within hours, the internet exploded with praise and admiration. Clips from the ceremony went viral under the hashtag #LeoLusi Wedding of the Century, garnering over 500 million views in a single day. Fans from Korea, Japan, and Thailand flooded social media with emotional messages. Their chemistry was real all along. This is what true love looks like when fame doesn't ruin it. They turned fiction into forever. Even global magazines like Vogue China and Harper's Bazaar Asia published exclusive spreads, calling them Asia's most elegant couple of the decade. The afterparty, family, laughter, and new beginnings. As the lights dimmed and the crowd thinned, only family and close friends remained. Zhao Lusi changed into a soft silk cheongsam, her hair loose, glowing under warm lantern light. Leo sat beside her, holding her hand as their parents toasted to the new beginning. "To love that lasts beyond screens," Zhao's father said. "To loyalty, laughter, and a home built on trust," Leo's mother added. As midnight approached, fireworks exploded over the lake, golden, white, and silver. Leo and Lucy leaned into each other, their silhouettes framed against the night sky. And just before the cameras cut off, Leo whispered words only the nearest microphone caught. "Our next chapter begins now." The honeymoon secret. Insiders report that the newlyweds have chosen Switzerland for their honeymoon, a private villa in Zermatt overlooking the snow-covered Alps. But before leaving, Zhao Lusi posted one final message on Weibo. "From co-stars to companions. From laughter on set to forever off-screen. We didn't just film love, we found it." The post reached 1 billion impressions within 24 hours. The first clue, a secret moment caught by fans. It started innocently enough. Footage from the wedding reception showed Leo Wu gently placing his hand over Zhao Lusi's stomach during their final dance. It wasn't a dramatic gesture, it was subtle, almost instinctive, like something only a husband who already knew would do. But fans noticed. They noticed everything. Within hours, hashtags like #ZhaoLusiPregnancy and #LeoWuSoon-to-be-dad began trending across Weibo, Douyin, and Twitter. Clips were slowed down, zoomed in, and analyzed by fans across the globe. "Look at how he keeps protecting her when people hug her." She refused champagne during the toast. Her dress was looser than usual. Guapé designs never hide the waist unless for a reason. By noon, the rumor had reached every corner of Asia. The leaked footage that set the internet ablaze. That afternoon, a guest's private behind-the-scenes video surfaced online, and it changed everything. In the clip, Zhao Lusi was seen sitting between her mother and Leo's mother, laughing softly as they adjusted her shawl. Then, Zhao's mother leaned over and said something that the microphone barely caught. "Don't walk too much. You'll get tired." To which Leo, seated nearby, responded gently, "She'll rest soon. I promise the doctor." That one sentence, "I promise the doctor," was enough. The internet went into a frenzy. News outlets began speculating that Zhao Lusi was already 2 months pregnant before the wedding, and that the families had agreed to keep it quiet until after the ceremony. Fans weren't shocked. They were overjoyed. One trending comment read, "They gave us a love story, and now they're giving us a family. The legacy continues." And just like that, the story of Leo Wu and Zhao Lusi, from co-stars to lovers to husband and wife, had found its most beautiful continuation. The couple who once made millions believe in on-screen magic had now turned that magic into reality. As they boarded a private flight to Switzerland for their honeymoon, Leo leaned in close to Zhao, whispering words the camera barely caught. "Our greatest adventure starts now." And in that fleeting moment, as the engines roared and the horizon blazed with dawn, one truth became undeniable. This wasn't just a love story. It was destiny, unfolding right before the world's eyes.